Hey everyone, welcome back to Alchemy with Zero Phase. I'm Eric, your host, and I want to go through and do a quick how to implement my Stable Diffusion prompt generator for ChatGPT. I've had a few people come to me a little confused. One person was trying to use it in a third-party chat bot that may or may not have been tied in with ChatGPT, but it wouldn't fit the prompt that he bought. And I had to explain to him, no, this is for the free, you can use this on the free version of ChatGPT. And he was a little confused, like, wait, ChatGPT is free? I'm like, yeah, just sign up for an account and you get access to the free version. And he was obviously thankful for that because he was paying some other third-party chatbot money to do what he could do free in ChatGPT. And then another person, just there's some language barriers, and he asked me to do this video. So shout out to these people for bringing these things to my attention. I love helping everybody with this. It's such a powerful tool, and I want to make sure that those who have bought it are empowered to use it to the best of its capabilities. So let's dive into this. This is the guide. There's a lot of information in this guide, tutorial, just some examples and some how-tos on how to use some of the various functions in it. We go through using the blending function or mixing function, which allows you to utilize the feature of Stable Diffusion that combines two words and will blend those through, I think it's latent diffusion, to create a mix of different things. Mixing faces, mixing animals. I've made dog bears in one video. So that's a function I built into that's keyworded. So all you have to do is say blending this word and that word, or blending fox and dog, or blending fox and bird, whatever. And it'll pick that up and puts it at the beginning. So because that's typically where it has the most effect, is when you put the subjects that you're blending at the first. Okay. Then we get into the negative prompt. I have re-implemented a standard negative prompt within it, so if you ask for it, it will give it to you, but by default it does not give you a negative prompt when generating positive prompts. Requesting multiple prompts. This is probably one of the most fascinating features of this prompt generator. You ask it for let's say, like in this example, 5 prompts for a beautiful white sandy beach. And what it does, it creates 5 prompts, each one uniquely designed, but with a unique ID at the beginning that's copied to the beginning of each and every prompt. And you can specify to have a unique one at the beginning of each prompt, or you can specify a custom label if you want. Anyway, so that's part of the guide. Creating photorealistic images. If you ask for a professional photo, it will include camera information, which is in a lot of metadata with images that were used to train the AIs. Okay, you can combine some of these functions, asking for multiple professional photos, mixing, and whatever. So the guide takes you through a lot of different things and being able to utilize the functions within this prompt generator. So another person asks, do I have it keyworded, or like a set of like standard artists or whatever that I programmed in? And for a while I didn't. I did finally put in kind of a data reference within the prompt that you put into ChatGPT with some famous or well-known artists, maybe modern artists, whatever. I don't think it's entirely necessary because ChatGPT fills in a lot of those gaps, and that's why I love using it to generate prompts. I can ask it to generate a oil painting of a sunset on an alien planet, and ChatGPT is intuitive enough, it fills in a lot of those blanks. And then you can ask it to give it more detail, and it'll modify the prompt intuitively, giving it more detail. So another thing you can do is chain prompting. Just basically you generate a prompt, but you don't like one particular feature, so you ask it to change that one feature or add more detail or whatever, and it keeps the main basic prompt but adds more detail or changes that aspect of the prompt to give you what you want. Okay. There are more complex prompting requests you can go through, and the guide has a lot of this in here. Obviously I'm kind of going through this, and at the bottom we have the Ultimate Stable Diffusion Prompt Generator prompt. Now obviously I'm not going to show this in the video, so I filled in basically an article here on the revolution of AI and art, so you can read through that if you want. But so here's the key to this. The prompt, I have a line here that says copy everything after this line. Okay, so you're going to start copying here, and you're going to copy everything between that and the line down at the bottom that says copy everything before this line. You're going to copy this. You're going to go over to ChatGPT, and you're just going to go down here and send a message, and you're going to right click and paste and put that prompt within there and hit send. Okay. When you do this, it's going to come back and give you the programmed response. I'm going to show you here real quick. So if I come back over to my Stable Diffusion chat session, or prompt generator chat session, what it'll do, and I've obviously been using this, it'll come back and say, what do you want to see? Because that's the last thing I have programmed in the prompt generator. So, I mean, that's it. Once you get that programmed in, then you can start making requests. I mean, anything. Inspire me with abstract animal art with fantasy animals. I don't know, just something like that. And what it'll do is it'll go through and create either a single or most likely multiple prompts of different things to try and inspire you. Okay. It may use a combination of things, but because I specified fantasy, it's probably not going to mix in any kind of camera information. And then you can take all these, pop them into Stable Diffusion, render out as many pictures as you want. This takes the heavy work of trying to come up with decent prompts off your shoulders. You can take any one of these prompts as a foundation and modify it to your heart's content. Okay. This leverages the knowledge and the intuitiveness of ChatGPT. That is the game changer here with this prompt generator. I know a lot of people have spent a lot of time building up like spreadsheets and that are all cross-referenced with large data sets to try and come up with a good Stable Diffusion prompt. And I'm sure they're good, but I feel like the limitation with those is that it's still pretty random, and you can't ask it to do anything intuitively. You just kind of build the prompt up, and it just kind of throws something out at you. And with this here, it gives you it gives you the power of the AI to intuitively create those prompts. And let's use an example here. Draw photo of a I don't know, let's do a alley cat. Okay. And then what it does is it gives you a good standard prompt, a captivating photograph of an alley cat, and it emphasizes that automatically. That's part of the programming I have set up in this. Is keywords that would probably be important to the image are automatically emphasized. And you can adjust these. That's a pretty high level. I don't know if I'd keep it at that level. I'd probably put it down to a 2 or a 3, but the AI kind of takes liberty with that. And then because I have asked for a professional photo, even though I said photo of an alley cat, it knew what that was. And so it added the picture information. And let's say I want to change that. Let's add a little more detail. Okay, and I've had some issues, not issues, but situations where it adds like a full paragraph of information. But I think I've got it tweaked enough that it basically just adds a little more detail, like the cat's sleek fur glistens, so it's going to give you some more information in it, okay? We could ask it to do something else. Could you change the cat to a dog? Okay, it's going to go through that prompt, keep the same basic prompt, but what it's going to do is change the aspects that are pertinent to the subject. As you can see, it changed to stray dog, wiry coat instead of glistening fur glistens or whatever, sleek fur. And really, it changes it. It knows how to change it. I mean, this is what I've been learning with AI since March of last year. I've been working with DALL-E 2. I worked with DALL-E 2 for a little while. I tried Midjourney. Obviously, I went into Midjourney again to build the prompt generator for Midjourney. But I've been diving in. I've dove into ChatGPT since it first came out, and have learned a lot about how the AI thinks and how it's going to react to certain things. And I know everybody's learning at a different pace, at different level, and I've tried to make this prompt generator as intuitive as possible with this. And we could even take this. Let's see, could you break that up into two different prompts describing two different aspects of the image. Not that I need to fix those, but let's see what it does on this. I've never actually tried this yet. And so, intense close-up photograph of a resilient stray dog, piercing gaze, capture the emotional reflection. Okay, tale of survival. Okay. Evocative photograph showcasing a resilient stray dog. So it basically created two prompts of the same scene. So you'd have to figure out how to word that. But like I said, people are exploring this. I got a really good community now of people who have bought my prompt generator, and we are getting together. We have a Discord server set up. We're exchanging ideas because really the limitation to this is our limitation of how much we understand about how the ChatGPT AI is going to react to certain questions. And, you know, I could reword this in a different way that may actually give me two different prompts. You know, it actually would be pretty easy here. Let's say we two different prompts describing, so prompts, comma, one describing the city scene, the second describing the dog itself. Let's see what it does with that. Okay, assigns a 1, that's fine. The online cast for everyone, city, viewers, live, personal. Okay, so there's our description of the city, and then here's our description of the dog. And we could actually take this into something like, what is it? The composable LoRa and latent couple, you know, mask out the areas that we want those descriptions to go to, fill those in, and it'll fill it in for us. So again, very cool, very powerful tool. And I hope this helps those who are a little confused about getting that information into ChatGPT. Again, in the PDF guide that you download, you go down to the section that's labeled Ultimate Stable Diffusion Prompt Generator V3 or whatever version we're on. I'm working on version 4 right now. And you copy everything in between these lines, the copy everything after this line and the copy everything before this line. So you're going to grab everything in this to there, leaving these out, copy, and then paste that into ChatGPT. Okay, and that's it. And then start having it generate images. I love the responses and the feedback I've been getting. I had one person tell me, I love this because it suddenly takes the legwork and the exhaustive work of just coming up with a good prompt off my shoulders. I can have it generate 10 prompts, 20 prompts, and I can pick out the ones I want, have it add more detail, or add my own custom detail to it manually. So this helps alleviate a lot of the stress and the tediousness of coming up with good prompts. So be it as it may, I really appreciate the community and the support they've shown, and it's just exciting to be able to see something that I've created be used in so many different ways. And if you're interested, you can go to my shop. I'll keep the links down in the description below. Just shop.zerophase.com. Go check it out and let me know what you think. And we'll talk to you later. Thanks, everybody.